All right, we are solving algebraically, which means that we just need to plug one into the other. So I'm going to get this alone. And so now all of this stuff can go into that little spot right there. So let's see what that would look like. 5 minus 2x is equal to 3x squared. I have a squared, which means I need a happy 0, so I need to movie and movie. And I love, well, hopefully it's factorable, it better be. If it is factorable, it's got to be the 3x and the 1x because those are prime, and it's got to be a 5 and a 1. So it's either a 5 and a 1 or a 1 and a 5. There are no other options for that, so let's look and see. That would give me a 3 and a 5, which will subtract to get a 2. So that's beautiful. Now I just need to make sure I get the right sign. So 3 and a negative 5, no, I want a positive 5 and a negative 3. So that would be 5 minus 3 is our 2. So that means that one of the x's is 1, and the other x is, when I set this equal to 0, I get negative 5/3. So if the x is 1, that's easy. So 2 times 1 plus y equals 5. Y is equal to 3. If the x is a negative 5/3, when I plug that in, I say 2 times a negative 5/3 gives me that. And then I want the negative of that plus the 5. Just kidding. Which is 5 1/3. Or 8 1/3. Okay, so now let's look at 2. With 2, oh, this isn't as easy as the one that was on the test. Okay, so these are my x's and my y's, right? So I need to plug them all in. So I'm going to plug in my 10 for my y, and my negative 3 squared is 9. And negative 3 and c, and 14 and 30, and let's see, this is 1 and 1 and 1, and this is 4 when I square it, and 2 and c. So let me make that prettier. C is always the easiest to eliminate on these, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put these two together, and I'm going to make these all negative so that life is good. So I get a 16 and a 3a and a b and a nothing. And then I'm going to put these two guys together, again keeping with the negatives, so I'm going to have a negative 4 and an 8 and a negative 4. Once I get there, pick whichever one's easier. I think B is easier to get rid of, so I'm going to multiply everything by a 4. And what is 4 times 16? 64. So now I will put these two together. That goes away happily. This is 20a, it's Canadian. And this is 60, so a is equal to 3. So a is equal to 3. I just need to plug it back in to solve for b, so I'll plug it in here. I did say 3, yeah. And then I plug it into whatever to find there, so we'll plug it into 14 is equal to a plus b plus c. So c must be 4. So my answer is y is equal to 3x squared plus 7x plus 4. Alright, I think this is my last one. So we're writing this little dude in graphing form. So we just move the 3 over for the moment. Take out the 4 of everything. Ooh. And then I need to figure out what am I going to add in here. So I'm going to add a divide by 2 square, a 4, but that's really a negative 16. So to keep things even on both sides, I put a negative 16 over there. I now factor this bad boy. It's always square root, sign of the middle. And that is it when I move the 19 back. So that is it.